So this is how much I have in my bank account. $22.54.
But over the last year, I've traveled and lived in 3 different countries, and I've had some of the best times of my life. Today, as we make our way to another city in Turkey, I want to talk a little about how it's been traveling without that much money, in the hopes that maybe I can inspire you to do the same. So we have everything packed, everything I own here, and we are headed out the door to VIPKID, Turkey. Welcome back to the Gringo Nation. If this is your first time here, I want to help all you digital nomads, expats, and solo travelers find your freedom through travel. Oh shit. Slight technical difficulties here. First, a disclaimer. This video is not about ways to travel cheap. This video is about my lifestyle as a full-time traveler, the part-time work I do, the amount I earn doing it, and how far that gets me.
1 hour later.
Okay, the bus has just stopped for 15 minutes on our way to VIPKID. I've been posting some videos in a lot of beautiful places lately, so I thought it'd be cool to show both sides of the coin today. I don't want to sugarcoat this video, so let me say this. To travel full-time, you need some sort of remote work or another source of revenue, something to keep you afloat while you travel and invest your time in your own projects. Because of the pandemic, I'm guessing there's a really good chance you're already working from home. So what if you had a chat with your boss and asked them if you can take your job abroad?
More moments later.
And we've arrived here in VIPKID. But anyways, when I decided I needed a remote job, I turned to teaching English online, as many other people do. I work for a company called VIPKID, teaching Chinese children. If you're American or Canadian, you can actually work for them too. And if you do decide to sign up, I've left a link in my description that will help you support this channel. I've also left a list of companies that hire non-native English speakers, as well as native speakers from outside the US and Canada. We have arrived here in the little seaside town of VIPKID. We've dropped our luggage off at the Airbnb, grabbed the coffee. Now we're just wandering through the streets. Here's a breakdown of my job. I teach 4 25-minute classes a day, about 2 to 3 hours each day. Obviously that leaves me plenty of time to make these videos for you. Each of those classes earns me about $10. Because I teach 4 of them a day, I make $40 a day. I only take about 4 days off in a month, so that gets me up to about $1,040. And I tend to teach more classes on the weekends, maybe 6 to 8 classes. So on a good month, that gets my salary all the way up to $1,200.
On a bad month, well, I just had one of those in May, and I got paid $889.80. That's definitely on the lower end of what I want to be making in a month.
And that's where the concept of geo-arbitrage comes in. Geo-arbitrage is nothing more than moving to countries that have a lower cost of living, where your dollar goes farther. I spent the majority of 2020 living in the country of Georgia, where even on a bad month like the one I just had, I could easily afford food, rent, and some leisure on the side. Here in Turkey, it's a little more expensive, and we've been doing a lot of traveling, so it has been pricier, but it's still very possible to break even. Just in case you're wondering about the absolute fortune that this channel provides me, I spend much more money making these videos than I do off of them. But I'm glad to say that thanks to you, recently this channel has been monetized, and in the first 2 months, I made 100 big ones. And thanks to some spectacular viewers, I got $264 in donations this year. I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. If you want to help out free of charge, feel free to smash that like button and click subscribe to get more videos like this one. So my other 2 revenue streams are my print-on-demand shops. I have about 192 designs up on TeePublic and on Redbubble. So whenever someone buys one of those designs on a t-shirt or a mug or whatever it may be, I get a small cut of that sale. My last paycheck from those 2 sites combined was $237.08. Link down below if you want to start your own shop. This seems like a good point in the video to say that I do not like living from paycheck to paycheck, and I always try to save some of my salary in case of emergencies, but right now my savings amount to only $571.10. I think my savings could actually be higher right now, but when I was back in Georgia, I had to pay quite a hefty sum in medical bills, and I also made some worthwhile investments in this channel. So what I do really like about my lifestyle is that I can spend most of the day working working on my own projects. I spend countless hours working on this channel every single day, and I treat it like a business. I know that as long as I continue to deliver the best content possible and try to help, entertain, and inspire you, it will pay off in the long run. It's just a long-term investment in myself. And rest assured, my goal is not to make millions off YouTube. The only thing I want is to make the same amount of money that I make teaching on YouTube. And as soon as this side gig becomes my main gig, I'm jumping ship. We're actually standing right outside our Airbnb, and supposedly it will be ready at 4. It is 3:59 right now, so we're gonna go knock on the door and see if it's ready for us. And listen, maybe you're not into teaching. I'm not really. Maybe you don't feel like you're artistic enough to have a print-on-demand shop. There are infinite other jobs that you can find online that would be better suited to your specific skill sets. As I just mentioned, teaching is definitely not my passion, and there are days that I loathe doing it. But I try to remain grateful in knowing that it allows me to travel the world and work on my YouTube channel. We just made it here to our Airbnb, by the way, and it's got quite some character, let me tell you. Maybe I'll do a little tour of it in the coming week. But anyways, I was saying, doing this part-time work as an English teacher really allows me to see some astonishing places, meet some incredible people, and stay in some pretty funky places like this one. And you know what? If that means that I have to eat ramen for dinner every now and again, so be it. So the two questions I want to ask you today are A, are you investing enough time on yourself? And B, are you willing to take a pay cut to get some of that time back so that you can work on your own projects? So I recently did a video with fellow YouTuber Mike Swigunski, and we got into a pretty in-depth conversation into the digital nomad lifestyle. If you want to find out a little more about how it is to live nomadically, this video will be extremely helpful. So just click on the video that's on your screen, and I'll see you over there in 3, 2, 1.